Hello everyone and welcome to episode 3 of Pyre. Boy, until they get the automatic tag adding fixed in our streaming software, there's just gonna be a little bit of a setup that has to happen between hitting go live and actually starting the stream, but we will endeavor to keep that to an absolute minimum. And in the meantime, let's go ahead and jump into episode 3 of our adventures with the sort of Outworlder sports team here of the Nightwings. Let's hit... Yep, Nest of Trieste. Oh. We picked up a whole bunch of brand new team members last week, and it might be a good idea to at least experiment a little bit with a practice right to try to learn a little bit more about how they work, but we will work through that as we go. Sorry, just taking one quick look. I just want to make sure that everything's running okay on the stream. We just move this around and we'll just see if everything looks good. It certainly does appear to be that way. All right, we'll call that a success. If something's wrong, as people come in, they will let us know about it. Okay, the path to freedom beckons you to press on. Well, sure, I guess it's on to Sulphur Main, a precarious path leading towards the woods. The lone minstrel cautions that the one path down the cliffs is rather treacherous. The wagon has hit a snag, descending the black crags. Its wheel is stuck. Jodariel is not pleased. First, that blasted little bird, and now this. Though you lack Jodariel's raw strength, you join in as she attempts to dislodge the wagon. At last, with a roar and a heave, she forces the wagon back onto solid ground. May this sandalwood be worth all of the hassle. Thank you, Jody. I'm guessing Sandalwood doesn't like to be kept waiting. He is very patient, on the contrary. Not I. Let us move on. Soon the wagon is prepared to press onward, down the jagged slopes towards Wakingwood. Your companions who explored ahead advise on which of the forked paths is best. So, here's our options. Flamberg lands on the northern plateau over Wakingwood, pocked with seething fissures. Sir Gilman claims he can dig up something valuable here. And that would, we don't have a ton of money, so that wouldn't be the worst idea. Or Glass Peak lands to the east of Wakingwood, riddled with black crags. Pamitha says that she can procure a talisman here. I do feel like I have more talismans than I know what to do with, but then again, this might be a unique one that we can only get by going this way. So we're going to go the way that Pamitha says. Besides, I feel like Sir Gilman's going to take it in stride. He's been, betrayed far worse than this. Having gone the route Pamitha recommended, she directs you towards a particular crag, no more conspicuous than any other. She's an outcast of the winged high-wing remnants, the Commonwealth's hated enemies. It was flashing like it had something new to say, but maybe that's just because we loaded the game. They clip our wings just before they cast us down, you know. But just the same, we learn to flit around a bit. Just watch. Pamitha swoops up to a nearby peak and disappears behind it. She does not keep you waiting long and returns bearing an item of some sort. For you, reader darling, we high-wing remnants stash away such things for such occasions. A luminous idol. So, after grasping the orb, the bear instantly recovers all stamina. Okay, so for somebody like Tizo, that'd be awesome. Because he could go zip, 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 grab it, and get all of his stamina back all at once. Yeah, I will say that will come in useful. Although, here's a question. How would you possibly upgrade that? Is that talisman just not available to be upgraded? Having passed beyond the Black Crags, your wagon arrives at the edge of Wakingwood. It is here that Sandalwood is to be expecting you. However, most puzzling, he ought to have met us here. You said he would find us himself. Aye. He was to find us at the edge of these woods. Were you supposed to be waiting for him? He would desire for the stars to be your guide, as always. The rites beckon, and the rites take precedence above all else. Surely he shall find us yet. Then let's keep moving. How do we get through these woods? The lone minstrel notes 2 possible paths forward from this point, though cautions that the woods are difficult to navigate, and Sandalwood would have known the most expedient path. All right, another choice. So, Needlefield, a small clearing east of the Glade of Lugh. The lone minstrel says his client Sandalwood studied the rites here, or down here. Greymoor. Greymoor sounds a little bit nicer than Needlefield, but not by a whole bunch. Greymoor contains the grandest trees in all of Wakingwood. Oh my goodness! Hold on. Hello to everybody raiding over. Caroluna, Innertooth, Maxine, Patikin, Silk, and Caroluna, rather. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a great time with Captain of Industry. I was watching a bunch of that as you were streaming earlier. It has... I'm not sure if you've come a long way in it, or if, like... the game has come a long way, but it seems a lot more elaborate than the first couple times that I saw it. And hello to Kira Arrows, who says, Happy German Language Day, which makes me regret that I don't know how to say anything in German, except possibly for Guten Tag and Gesundheit. One of those is probably more appropriate to greet people than the other. And Carolina says, man, what a day, 4 raids. Yeah, I know that Patikin... and the Fox fam raided over. I'm not sure that I saw the other two. Guten Abend, says Maxine. Is that like good afternoon, or is that... It's good something, and that's as much as I know. Patikin says, we got days for everything these days. So let's take a look at Greymoor. We were just, as people are coming in, we are playing Pyre. We were just looking to find our way over to the Glade of Lugh, and we had come across these woods, and we're just deciding, I think, probably to go through the Greymoor. It contains the grandest trees in all of Wakingwood, and the lone minstrel says his client Sandalwood once resided here. Hello to Grumpy. Oh, and hey, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, it feels like it's been a few days since we've seen blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. I hope that you're having a great afternoon. And blah, blah, blah is using his, like, the blah, blah, blah emotes. When he arrives, like, the next time that we see him, I really want to thank Ricardinho for letting us know that there was an issue with the emotes, but it's all fixed now. Kira Arrow says, according to Google, and I would fail to pronounce this properly, but Kira has put into chat something that apparently in German means I love this community. 2 speakers I met with said this is basically correct. Well, Kira, I suspect that I love this community could relate to any number of them. To the extent that it relates to this one, very much appreciated. But I would also express the same thing about Patikin and Grumpy and Caroluna and Samalander and now I can't remember if I just said Patikin, and hello to Innertooth as well. Innertooth, yeah, Innertooth also streams and was doing a very fun stream earlier with Samalander. I had a good time listening to, apparently there's some brand new PS5s coming in, so congratulations all around. Maxine was asking, was there an issue with emotes? Let's circle back to that, but Maxine, it was an issue with the settings that we had, and it's all fixed now. Anyway, so here's the Lone Minstrel. Sandalwood has led a long life, compared with any of you at least. In the last years of his exile, he became rather reclusive for a variety of reasons he shall no doubt explain. He found some solace here in these woods, though I fear I cannot locate his residence without him. Unfortunately, you find no trace of Sandalwood, and without him there to guide you, you remain quite lost. The woods seem to have encroached. There's no path forward, while neither of the paths leading backward appear to match the route that you took to this point. Have you ever gotten turned around in the woods? Like, you think you know where you are, and then, like, you just take a wrong turn? It is incredibly... It is alarming how easy it is to get turned around and to lose track of where you were going. Grumpy's saying, how many people bought a PS5? I want to say, Grumpy, at least 2. One of them was Samalander, and I want to say that somebody else sort of, like, got one. Yeah, Innertooth was saying 2, as far as I know. Grumpy's starting to feel very guilty, and Innertooth is correctly pointing out why, because you told them how to get one. Don't feel guilty. People are excited about that. So now our options are the Underthicket, the southern pass through Wakingwood. The Imptizo seems to wish to go on towards this location, or the Burnt Grove. Shay seems drawn to this location for some reason. I don't remember who we went with last time, but I feel like it's been a while since we did what Tizo wanted to do. So let's go with its instinct. And hello to Marquack, who says, I hope everyone's having a safe and enjoyable weekend. Marquack, we are, and Kira was introducing us to the idea that it is National German Language Day. So if you know any correct phrases in German, it's a great day to share them. The woods are so disorienting at this point that you decide to break for camp and survey the surroundings for any clues. Perhaps later there shall be time to pursue your vocations. Yeah, let's investigate. The Beyonder Crystal seeks Jodariel. Oh, we could probably do like a special thing for her. Yeah, scribe trials. So we're still learning a little bit about how the game communicates when it wants to do something. And here we can see that not only did it tell us that, but here it actually says scribe trials 1 available. Now that I know that, I won't have to click on it to check every time. Did we have a voice for her? I don't remember. My lovely reader comes to me again. To what do I owe the pleasure? Let's request of her a scribe trial. I am always prepared to cut your idiots and their egos down to size. Who shall it be? Yeah, it's Jodariel, right? She's the one that we have. Now, we don't have a talisman equipped, so I'll tell you what. We don't know if the orb is... do we want to use her, though? Can I... This is only for Ruki. Lucrative contract, that's probably not going to come up because it's not really a right, is it? The Mooncrest might be really valuable. Oh, no, there's nothing there. +2 quickness. I'll tell you what, let's grab the +2 quickness and we're going to give that to Jodariel. All right, and we cannot, like... Yeah, we'd have to feed it a few different upgrade dusts to get it up above +2 quickness. So, yeah, let's hit it. Maxine is saying Taschenlampe. Also, Marquack knows Panzer. Innertooth, by the way, says... we did droppings. When we were on vacation, our parents would drop us in the middle of the woods and we'd use our skills to find our way back to the campsite. Innertooth, I've heard that that's like a big thing in, like... I'm gonna get it wrong, but it's like Holland or someplace, because, and I'm just saying I'm wrong on the country, and I know that I am, and I apologize to the country where this does happen. I feel like Innertooth may like I don't know if that was particular to your family or if that's like a local cultural thing. Innertooth is Dutch. Okay, there we go. But like the woods there have no natural predators against humans. Like there's no, as I've heard, bears, wolves, bobcats, cougars, honey badgers, other things that are liable to go. So it's like a regular rite of passage. And here in, and Innertooth saying that he mostly dropped in Germany. Around here, that would be considered it would be considered unwise, at least, with younger kids, just because in addition to the normal risks of possibly getting injured, there's also like predators in our woods. Not super common. I've gone camping lots of times, but mostly with either adults or as an adult. Anyway, you ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Jodariel. That surly demon, is it? She could stand to lighten up, though I fear that is not a secret I can teach. But let us bring her forth regardless. Soon Jodariel appears in heed of the summons. What is the meaning of this, reader? Carolyn is noting that drop bears are dangerous. I am taking everybody's word. I did not actually look it up. It's possible that drop bears are an elaborate prank that everybody's playing on me, but they sound dangerous. What is the meaning of this? Reader, where are the others? The apparition Sandra appears and loosens her mask. Welcome to my humble home, demon. You are good at taking orders, no? State your purpose quickly, Wraith. My purpose is to put you to the test. You may be fearsome to behold, but you are old and slow. Your weaknesses perhaps outweigh your strengths, though I sorely wish to see you and your lovely reader prove me wrong. Old, she says. Very well then, reader. Let us show her whether she is right. She is slow, but she's not, I don't know about old. She's pretty tough. Okay, but not excessively tough. Holy shit. Okay, little more defensive this time. Okay. So I need to watch for that, and then, yeah, this is not going Jodariel's way. Okay, it's wider than I think it is. Okay. Got it. Whew. Get them both! Okay, and now just go in. Whew. Okay, all I gotta do that is that 2 more times. Oh, they're not kidding about her being slow, though. Oh, don't walk in it, though. Bad news. Very bad news. Just be slow for like 2 seconds? No! Holy shit. Okay. Okay. Wait, let me try to smoke this one. Got it, okay. No, okay. Oh, I should have thrown it. 2, 1. Christ! If anybody is unfamiliar with Pyre, the blue circle around Jodariel is her tackle range, but she cannot tackle anybody if she's holding the ball. Fuck off! Is that it? No. Okay, I've still got a little bit of time. I don't have a better strategy than this. I don't know what to do. Okay. Eat shit! What is the throw button? Okay, put time out for 1 second. Hold on, because it's been a few days since I played. I sincerely do not remember how to throw. Controls? Aura cast is B. Okay, what is pass and switch? What's throw? Lock on. I didn't know that there was a lock on. Salute, which I've never pressed. Jump, evade. I think it must be A. I think it must be A to throw. Jodariel, get up! Okay. No, so A is not throw. I need to figure out the throw. I think I'm done. Oh, son of a bitch. I'm hoping they can't score in 3 seconds. Okay, no, you get away. I need to figure out the throw. All right, not 100% sure how I got hit, but sure, why not? This is one way to learn Jodariel's moveset. I mean, I'll give it that. Okay, what the fuck is the throw button? Is it just B? And here's why I want to throw it. I want to reposition the orb. No, you come back here. No. Okay, so I threw the orb and it got intercepted and then they scored on me. So this is it. I really have no other... Get your ass in there, So So Patikin, let me just pause real quick. Patikin saying that he's tempted to get the collector's edition for Mirage, Assassin's Creed Mirage. The statue looks nice, and I haven't bought a collector's edition in a long time for any game. Also, though, Caroluna is saying that Norway has wolves, bears, lynxes, moose are really dangerous too, and a couple snakes. Otherwise, it should be safe. They're usually more afraid of you than you are of them. I don't think I've ever worried about walking the forest, but that could also be because most of those are not present where I'm from. Also, like, I don't want it to sound like in North America the woods are like, I don't know, something out of The Princess Bride or something like that. They're perfectly safe to like go in as long as like you're on a trail of some sort and you're not getting lost or anything like that. Make sure people know where you are and stuff like that. It's just not necessarily the sort of environment that you would find parents who drop their kids off like in the middle of the woods at night and say, "Good luck finding your way home," which is, I don't know like how young the kids are, but that would be a little bit surprising. But yeah, otherwise like the woods here are not like the death marches or anything. Okay. Well, on the plus side, the ball's on the other side of the court. Get up! Holy shit. Oh yeah, her throw sucks. Well, come and get it, assholes. But yeah, Patikin, I did not see any... Go in. What? Did I not get the ball? Okay. I thought I had the orb. I'm not sure at what point in my life I dropped it. What I was trying to say there is I did not get to see anything about Mirage except for the fact that it was confirmed as being the thing that it is. Oh, and also that they announced another like open world RPG style Assassin's Creed called Code Red, which I have to assume is a placeholder. That would be a very surprising name for an Assassin's Creed game after ones like Odyssey, Origins, and Valhalla. Code Red doesn't exactly evoke. Please get up. Go, jump. Get the fuck out. Feudal Japan. Jump. Oh god. I love the fact that these guys have like fucking infinite stamina. Eat shit! No! Okay, now I'm fucked. No, that's it. Jump! Did I intercept? Ha-ha! Fuck! Oh, the roller coaster emotions of being bad at the game. Such an outcome. Now, if we are afforded the chance to retry, I might do that. However, if this is you lost it and you lose this chance at an upgrade, I'm gonna eat that loss. That's the way that we're playing the game. Whatever happens, happens. Such an outcome. No doubt you were crisper in your youth, demon, now grown so languid. Well, I have much more time to spare than you. Should you decide to muster more of your past strength, return and prove it. Yes, we can do better. Ha, we shall see if she can do any better than last time, though I somehow doubt it. So actually, Patikin said that they announced 2 games with working titles, Codename Red and Codename Hex. Hex is apparently set most likely in Europe with witch hunt stuff. That is the first challenge or ride or anything that I've failed. I'm glad that it's one where we get to retry. I'm not actually sure how to do better than last time. Well, I mean, I guess I know a little bit more about how to play defensively. Okay. And now they score. I threw it right to them, and then they just flew right into the goal. Oh, god damn it. Among other things, I feel like wow, I'm already down to almost half. Okay. Jodariel only has to score 3 times, and they have to score more than that on her. There's 3 of them, but still, it doesn't feel like this should be undoable. Dodge! Oh, did I throw it? Okay. New rule. I'm not throwing the ball anymore because it gets intercepted every time. I am the Brett Favre of Pyre. Okay. Dodge your ass in there. Okay. So is that I need 1 more. Don't throw the ball. Didn't expect that to go around the edge. Go! Okay. And now they only need to do 1 more. All right. Sudden death. Fuck. Okay, now they're gonna respawn before I can do anything, so... You put that down. Fuck. Oh, God! Yeah, the +2 quickness on Jodariel is basically like -1 weight on a tank. And they can just fly. Yeah, they can just fly. They can fly right over it! Oh, and Borlak is saying hello to Patikin. Maxine is saying, let's make a game, but we have no idea what it's going to be called. I bet they're kicking it around internally. Yeah, let's give it at least 1 more try. If this doesn't work, then I bet we can leave, and I might want to swap out her talisman of the +2 quickness for, like, frankly, almost any other one, because I don't... Maybe I'm just, like, not... Maybe I'll really feel how much slower she is, but at the moment it feels like the +2 quickness is doing her no favors. Oh, fuck. No, fine, then throw it over there. I need to take these guys out. Eat it! Okay. Now, Patikin is saying that they said that Mirage is taking place 20 years before Valhalla, which makes it, I guess, sort of a prequel story in that sense. Oh, just go straight in! Yes! One thing this is, as you guys can see, definitely doing is making me more comfortable with doing the cast on the aura. Okay, this is super bad. You know what else, among other things, isn't it? Don't we have a talisman that like it like has a chance to get you back up instantly if you go down? Like that would be extremely helpful right here. Oh, I tried to jump. Get up, get up, get up. Go in! Oh my god, did we just win? I think that was it. Oh. Sometimes it's about who won most, and sometimes it's about who won most recently. And that's Jodariel. Are you satisfied now, Wraith? I am never satisfied, Demon. However, your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now farewell. Okay, so, oh, here we go. That was a strange experience. What do you have there, Rita? You received Solium's Horn. So it's a rank 5 legendary talisman. Jodariel casts her aura farther and faster than usual, plus 15%. Alright, sure. Only usable by Jodariel. Accept the reward. Let's put that on her now. So I don't, it's been, you know, several days since we made use of Sir Gilman, but we'll give him the +2 quickness for now. Yeah, this one here, the Luminous Idol, that seems so good for Tizo. Tizo, what are you using right now? After being banished by an adversary, the bearer has a chance to return immediately. It's currently at 30%. And we could increase this to 33%. Hold on a second. Let me take that off. I bet... Yeah, so this one can't be upgraded at all. This seems so good for Tizo, because it basically lets him double dash once to grab the orb, and then again after getting the orb. So we're gonna, you know, try that on him for now. Alright, let's just check to see if there's any pages in the book. Last time, in episode 2, we learned how pages work. Empire's collapse, down the river, the hunt for myrrh. I'm pretty sure I read this one. Oh, I didn't really notice it. Look at what happens to the lettering when you move the cursor over it. Like, the letters glow and stuff. That's cool. We need to be sure that he was dead. Okay. I'm pretty sure that I read all that. Let's... Wait, what's this? Pameth's Moonshine. Kept close at hand in the off chance of a good occasion or a very bad one. Alright, investigate the surroundings. You find nothing of interest while sifting through the tall brush of the underthicket, but then... What is it, Tizo? Scrackree! Tizo seems to have found a clue to the whereabouts of the lone minstrel's client. I have no idea what just happened in the last 5 seconds that made me think of this, but they did announce the release date for the next Knives Out movie. It's called, like, Glass Onion, and apparently comes out the day before Christmas Eve. December 23rd, so happy holidays, everyone! The little imp brings you to a strip of bark. It does not seem unusual at first, until you notice a message carved into the inside. You found a bark strip. It's a trade item that can be sold at the slug market. A sturdy strip of bark. On it is written, "Come to the Cinder Root," signed S. So it's some kind of message from this sandalwood guy? Seems that way. Which way to Cinder Root? A hushed clearing south of the Glade of Lugh. Ground well traveled by saps knowledgeable in the rites. It is due northwest. Perhaps we can set forth early tomorrow when the woods are still. Sounds good. Everyone rest up. Big day coming up. Oh, yeah, so we can do vocations. I kind of want to... I don't really want to study forage for resources, rather. I think I want to mentor a companion. Yeah, let's take a look here. So, we could mentor... I'm basically going to look at who's lowest. Yeah, see, this is why I wanted to mentor a companion, because we've got some guys that are lower. Sir Gilman is lower than the others, so we're going to mentor him. This knight shall be your eager protege. You and Sir Gilman spend some time reviewing some of the basic aspects of the rite, such as the properties of the aura. You sense he has gained something from it. Yeah, he did. Huzzah! Great wisdom clouds over this knight's entire consciousness. And we've leveled up. So, we have not even looked at his upgrade tracks yet. Let's see not only what we can get currently, but what it will lead us to. Valiant return. If Sir Gilman and all his allies are banished, he shall instantly return. So, the trouble... Like, that's not a bad one, but it does require you to be in a really bad situation. So, let's see if we can take ones that avoid us being in a really bad situation. Avenging Aid. After Sir Gilman banishes an adversary, one of his banished allies shall instantly return. Bigger fan of that one. Let's see what else we've got. Quick Draw. After using his slash, Sir Gilman can use it again to instantly return... Ooh. To instantly return to his previous position. That sounds cool. Sir Gilman's slash banishes adversaries in a wider area of effect. And then after using his slash, Sir Gilman instantly recovers all of his stamina. That sounds unbalancingly good. Like ludicrously good. While Sir Gilman's allies are banished, he moves faster than normal and temporarily has infinite stamina. Down here, once per round when saluting his... What is saluting, by the way? Is this... I feel like this has not yet been introduced in the game. And then for 10 seconds after banishing an adversary, Sir Gilman deals... Yeah, I really like everything on this right path more. So we're going to take Avenging Aid. This knight has no idea what the Master Reader said exactly, yet feels smarter nonetheless. Okay. Continue. Hello to Jab. Jab, we got a chance to watch the second episode of Rings of Power. I shall give no spoilers. I will only say that it is remarkably well produced, and that comes up because at the same time, or actually right alongside it, we watched episode 9 of I'm going to continue while I try to remember the name of the other show that we watched. Let's go onward to Cinderroot. A hush clearing south of the Glade of Lugh. You have reason to suspect the informant Sandalwood may have come through here. Strange New Worlds. There we go. Yeah, so episode 9 of Strange New Worlds, and I say this as a big fan of the show. I really like Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Episode 9 specifically feels like something went wrong in production. It is much, much more roughly edited than any of the preceding 8 episodes. It feels like somebody's first time directing, and then when it came to doing post-production and editing, they didn't have all the footage they needed to make it coherent. It was very roughly cut together, I felt. Not a bad episode, just kind of rough. Anyway, you arrive on the outskirts of Cinderroot, but once again, the informant Sandalwood is nowhere to be found. You sense the hopes of your companion waning as your search through the area yields nothing. Then, something startles the little imp Tizo. Scrah! Tizo seems to be crying out in surprise. He has spotted something, or someone. A tall figure strides forward from the trees, making a sound like laughter. The imp charges towards him and leaps right into the figure's arms. They embrace. I can't even begin to think of a voice for this person. What's different from the minstrel? I really don't know. Hail, Tizo, but you look famished here. The tall sap tree-like creatures known for their ingenuity, cleverness, and ambition. So this explains what a sap is, because that came up earlier in this episode and I hadn't seen it used as a noun before, but apparently it's a race. Having allied with them, the Commonwealth achieved in decades what it could not achieve in centuries. Wait, are we to believe that the tree people help fight against the bird people? I feel like normally trees and birds get along, but this world operates by different rules. The tall sap produces something that the imp swallows immediately and with great pleasure. The lone minstrel nods his head in affirmation. Everyone, I wish to introduce you to my client, Volfred Sandalwood. It has been too long, Volfred, sir. Too long indeed, Tariq. I trust your new companions bring some color to your days. They do, sir. Hold on, that's more of like a Sugaman. I think that you shall find them worthy of the Nightwings. The sap looks upon the lot of you. You cannot sense his thoughts, because he's a tree. We shall see. He then turns to you. You must be the reader. I'm certain that we all appreciate your efforts here, my girl, though we shall manage on our own from here on out. You're welcome to continue on with us, of course, but you are free to go. I trust you have been adequately compensated for your time. Thanks as well for looking after all my books. You consider what to say to all of this. Volfred intends to relieve you of your duties to the group. I'll tell you what, let's remain silent. If we are to be dismissed and no one else raises their voice in objection, don't be a tag-along. Don't. I know that we've come a long way with them, but this cannot be happening to have come this far, only to be brushed aside by some strange sap. Hello to Funbear. So Funbear says, I could watch Leprechaun because I decided not to pay the $3 because I don't like Amazon like that. Couldn't watch Leprechaun. Funbear, I think that your $3 is legitimately spent on almost any other thing. Seriously. Jab says every show has bad episodes. Now, how good a series is determined by the overall quality, not a single good or bad episode. Correct. Yeah, and I really like Strange New Worlds, and I suspect that you would like it as well. However, going from that episode of Strange New Worlds into episode 2 of Rings of Power, only here at this moment discussing the production quality, Rings of Power really does look like a phenomenal show. Like, it's just very, very well produced. You stare back at Volfred. Hold on, do we have anything more about here? The Lone Minstrel's client, Hedwyn's informant, and the leader of the Nightwings. Attempting to glean a deeper insight into what drives him, though remain unable to sense anything further. Still, you refuse to budge at his behest. Hold on. Volfred, sir, I'm Hedwyn. My companions and I are the ones who answered your call. We followed the signs you left for us. Now we're here, thanks to you, and also to this reader. Not just a reader, she's our friend. My friend. She's not disposable. We made her a promise, and our freedoms are now intertwined. Volfred smirks at this. Freedom's not something to be traded or exchanged, my boy. I'd hoped you'd have come to grasp this much by now. It seems we've started off on the wrong foot. It is not my wish to sour the occasion, and there's much to do. You have a right you need to get to, do you not? I'll come along, though shall not interfere. It seems you have a kinship with this reader of yours. Now then, Tariq. I, Volfred, sir. Come, let's have a chat. Of course, sir. You rang. Volfred strides towards the black wagon, which must have belonged to him. You sense many conflicting emotions among your companions. I sense many conflicting emotions among Volfred because of the wood in the wagon. It's like, was that a cousin of his? I'm sorry, that might be specious to just assume that the wagon was somebody that he knew. Not all the saps know each other, everybody. He knows much of the rites. Kira Eros. So, hold on, before we do this, and while we watch the animation, Jab is saying that they spent big bucks on the Rings of Power. Kira Eros is saying, Psst, boy cat, Shamazan, since my shoulder's still hurting me from a work injury a month ago. and they want me back to my heavy manual labor job, but I didn't say anything. I want to, because of course Twitch is also owned by Amazon. I just feel like that's garbage, Kira. That sounds like one of the many reasons why anytime that I see news about Amazon warehouse workers or Starbucks workers or game developers or anybody else unionizing to band together and argue for fair labor practices, right here, this right here. I do not know Kira Eros's entire skill set. I'm 100% confident that this person could be doing something other than heavy manual labor until the shoulder is fully healed. There's got to be other things that can be done, other things that would be worthy of a paycheck. That's frustrating to me. Back to the game. Your wagon cuts through a clearing to arrive at the Glade of Lu, where the stars directed you. Volfred nods his approval, but leaves everyone to their devices. Okay. Oh, we found a page. Okay, let's read the page. Alright, so I believe we're all the way up through the... Oh no, the demon is the new page. Yes, okay. Emperor Mur, scarcely could I recognize him when at last I found him. A half-starved animal, horns sprouted from his head, a bestial mirror of his blackened reputation. And I, a man who conquered countries, feared any emperor then in such a way as I had never known. Feared my emperor then in a way such as I had never known. My charge had been to slay this man, but when I discovered him, he was already fighting for his life. The little imp, Haub, proved of little help against the Sisters of the Arch, whose entire lives were culminating in this instant. I was unable to watch. My heart ached with such pity for the man, and for the love I felt for him when I had served him, that I sprang to his defense. Okay. Thank God we figured out how the pages work. Hey, it's Volfred, who seems to have something on his mind. I told you to get out. As you approach Volfred Sandalwood, you feel very much aware that you reside within his black wagon rather than he in yours. He studies you in silence for a long time. Then, like, what is the pipe made out of? If it's bone, I understand, but if that's a wooden pipe, it would be like you or me, like, cooking something in a pot made of human flesh. Although, you know something? Maybe I'm turned around on this, because we eat flesh all the time. Like, we eat cows and pigs and chicken and all sorts of other meat. We don't consider them to be, like, those are appropriate for us to eat. So maybe, like, if you're a sap, like, you're your own race and you can carve things out of other non-sentient wood. He studies you for a time, and then... Tariq, if you have a moment. Aye, Volfred, sir. What is it? This reader. You deem her worthy by your estimation? The lone minstrel tilts his hat in your direction, and his hat is always tilted in a very jaunty fashion, so... If you wish my own estimation, Volfred, sir, then I do. Of course, it is not entirely for me to say, and I have seen this reader integrating with the others well. But I have seen this reader integrating with the others well. I believe that her achievements are self-evident in having reached Black Basin. Your instructions were deliberately difficult to follow, yet she and the others followed them. Oh wait, sorry, that was him. I did the wrong voice. Indeed, your words make sense as ever, Tariq. And what does little Tizo think of her, I wonder? Squawky. Tizo indicates, as a matter of fact, he's happy to have you around. See, that's why I'm glad that we went with his instinct and we did something nice with him. There you have it, sir. I see. He continues to examine you. High praise isn't often spoken by those two, my girl. Nonetheless, I shall be watching you. Now pardon us. Tariq and I have matters to discuss. They leave without another word, although you think you notice the lone minstrel look your way over his shoulder. Who just got saved from being from wandering infinitely in the woods. Okay, so... I think we can just go into the right, yeah? Well, first, okay, no, let's go to the... Oh, hey, you guys, you know, I didn't just get the word out about this new franchise when we opened here just now, so I'll give you a great deal. Just tell your friends, okay? Oh, and hey there, Mr. Sandalwood. Good day to you as well, Ron. Oh, so many upgrade points. So, we've got 49 monies, and we've got some bark strip that we can sell for a whopping 10, so we will do that. Jab's not going to watch any more of Rings of Power until it's nearly done. Innertooth is saying to... And Maxine, thank you for giving Kira a nice hug. Innertooth is saying, Kira Eros, I had that with a company once. They wanted me to go to the company doctor while I said I wasn't able to travel. And they told me that they would end my contract because of that. I wish them good luck and never spoke to HR after that. The owners had a rough talk with HR and almost fired the dude that was responsible for making that threat. Wow, Innertooth, I'm glad that the owners had your back on that. Kira's saying, my work doctor is the one that said I could go back to my full duty, even though I can't lift over 15 pounds at the moment. I've been trying to get permission to get a second opinion because I was told I needed permission, and I keep getting, oh, talk to this person. The last one was supposed to call me. It's been 3 days with no call. So... we would like sometimes real life comes ahead of the game, so we're just gonna pause the game long enough to say it is very easy for strangers on the internet to tell you what to do and to just go do this and it'll be fine. You should weigh your options very carefully and decide based on the knowledge that you have and your own good judgment what is the best thing to do. One thing I submit for consideration: this job is not worth the risk of permanent damage of some kind. It simply is not. Not the UPS drivers, or sorry, FedEx drivers that are... No, it is UPS. UPS drivers that are currently driving around the American Southwest in unair-conditioned trucks and days that are well over 110 degrees. Not for your injury and the idea that they want you to go back to heavy manual labor when you can't lift. Like, at a minimum, you could consider having a conversation with your direct supervisor to say, listen, they're telling me I'm medically cleared. I can't lift over 15 pounds. I will do anything you want that doesn't involve lifting heavy things. Like, you and your supervisor might be able to work something out separate from HR, but no job is worth a risk of permanent injury. I just don't want to see anybody get hurt for that. But again, it's just very easy for me because I'm like over here and I don't know all the details. We've already seen that one. I do like Lunar Glass, but I'm not sure that we'd use it that much. Plus 2 Hope. Hope lets you, like, recover faster from getting in a fight. Getting banished, rather. When aura casting raises the bearer's maximum range by 8%. 8% isn't that much, though. You'd have to upgrade that a few times to feel it. Once per rite, if the bearer's pyre is extinguished, it is instead... Well... So here's the thing for me with this. It's $25 after something that says you basically get one last desperate cling at life, and I don't really like that. Any adversaries banished by the bearer take longer to return by 1 second. Now that sounds awesome. I also can't nearly afford it. So, do I want to buy... Well, we definitely want to buy the one that's 3. Yes. I kind of feel like these other dashes of Stardust will be here later. You guys take care, okay? And thanks for doing business. Okay, hold on a second. I want to see about using some of these upgrade dusts that we're getting. Plus 2 presents, right? And if I add this, I think we'd have to add a few to get it up past plus 2 presents. Whoops. That wasn't the right button. If we wanted to upgrade this, faster and farther by 15%. Yeah, so, like, throwing some points into this one, I like this. So we're going to put a point into that. That takes us up to 18%. and then up to 21%. Yeah, let's do that. 21% will be a noticeable increase over 15, I feel like. And do I want to upgrade this one? Yeah, that's a 40% increase right there. Okay. Inner Tooth is saying personal, mental, and physical is more important. It really is, and I like the provisos that you hear here is that I don't want to tell someone, oh, just quit, just go find another job, because I don't know what the job market is like in your area, and I don't know what it's like for you personally. There might be a whole bunch of other factors that I can't account for. It's just, I've seen at multiple points in my life people who sacrifice too much for jobs that then the jobs just wind up sacrificing them. And I've been in that position myself. It's not worth it. Your job is a mechanism for you to get the money that you need in order to live the life that, live a life. Buy your food, buy your clothes, buy your gas, and pursue the things that make you happy in life. And as soon as that job says the only way for you to earn money here is to put yourself in danger, that's unacceptable, I think. Maxine says, I had a job once where they called me on my day off and demanded that I come in because someone else got sick. No, they didn't ask if I could come in, they demanded it. Even though I had other things planned, which I told them, they didn't care. And yes, I didn't go to work on my day off. I might have considered it if they had asked nicely, but they just demanded it. I quit my job shortly after. Good. Maxine, the person demanding was either like a jackass or desperate, and likely both. Saying no to that person is the only way that they're ever going to learn that that's not an appropriate way to be a manager or supervisor to fill a shift or anything like that. You're coming in. You're getting in here. No. It's just, I don't like bullies, and I don't like bullies that hold the threat of losing your employment over you. So before we commence this, just one quick moment of just a quick second. Oh, actually, we're going to get some dialogue here because I just need to grab a drink, so we should be able to hear the dialogue together. You and your fellow exiles arrived at the sacred site called Glade of Lu, and now look to the stars in the sky to signal the beginning of the next rite. The woods about you bring a sense of tranquility you have not felt in some time. But then, you notice one of the trees move. It shuffles towards you and regards you with an exaggerated bow. Well, goodness, by the roots of Lu Sklorian, it would appear the rumors are correct. The Nightwings have returned. Oh, but where are my manners, One moment. The sap claws at his mask with his wispy fingers. Much better. H. Manly Tinderstaff at your service. Perhaps you've heard of me? My friends and myself, you perhaps know us as the Chastity. Hold on, Chastity is a triumvirate bent on exploiting the rights to gain status in the Commonwealth. We soon shall stand against you in the rights. And for now, I am just whiling away the time making small talk. Now then, as I've introduced myself, your turns. To whom am I speaking? Then, in your mind's eye, you see Volfred. And nothing but Volfred. And hear his voice. Manly Tinderstaff is not to be trusted. Reveal neither yourselves to him nor me. Well... Beneath her mask, Jodariel stares back at him in silence. You suspect Volfred's message may have reached every member of the group. Why now? How very rude indeed. Well, fine, ignore me, but you do so at your peril. Anyhow, once this evening's rites commence, any moment now, then I'm afraid ignoring me won't be an option any longer. Oh, and now I do believe the sky is beginning to show. We'll have to chat again some other time. Now come along. Manly bowed. I try to take as much cues from the little voice clips that we get, and this guy was very lyrical immediately. Manly, who is a sycophant who seems certain he will land a position of high standing once he is free, bows again and wanders off into a clearing as the stars begin to burn. Yeah, he's very 1960s Batman. Who was that? Caesar Roman? Was that his name? Who played 1960s Batman in the Adam West thing? That's what I'm striving for and probably failing at.
Once again, the stars align themselves before you, reader. And here now at the Glade of Liu, I have to say, you've come so very far. But there are those, such as your adversaries called the Chastity, who have toiled for this too. They know that with their freedom comes great opportunity. It could be yours instead. Please show the Chastity that the Nightwings are superior.
I wonder, oh honored Nightwings, how well you know these woods. Why, these woods would strangle you, and I'm afraid I could do little to stop them, even if I tried. You might do better to beware of them. Oh, that and like Jim Sterling's oh gosh. James Stephanie Sterling does, what's the name of it? Oh no. He does like, Commentocracy? What was it called? He plays like an 18th century French aristocrat. No, he's not really French. An 18th century aristocrat who reviews games and stuff. It's very funny. When Jodariel continues to ignore him, he grows upset. Why, you insolent? Then fine, let us begin the dance indeed. He shoves his mask back on in a huff. And allow me to thank you in advance for helping me return unto my proper station in the Commonwealth. Oh, they've got a bird person and a tree person. Okay, so I generally want to bring in the ones that are the lowest level. Like Pamitha is right on the verge of leveling up, so let's bring her in. What do we have here? Sure. Yeah, let's grab that. So she's got a 30% chance to return. We're going to choose Pamitha. Now, who else? Who's the lowest? Looks like Sir Gilman. He's one with the quickness.
Sir Gilman.
And then... I feel like Tizo, but that is... Here's the thing, though, with Tizo. That's not a lot of tackle power. I think I really want to go with Jodariel. Oh, wait, no, she's unwilling. She hates Pamitha. Shit. Well, then not her. We'd go with Hedwyn. Fuck it, let's go with Tizo.
Tizo. Ow.
Scrahi! Tizo is eager to knock Manly and his goons down a peg or two. Are you quite ready, finally, O Nightwings? May all those masks of yours ensure no harm should come to any of your lovely countenances. Now come along, come along. Let's give these stars a show. That feels like cheating. May I present to you Humboldt Manley Jr., Manly sapling, which not only has a name, but bears a similar posture and likeness to him. Why, he is every bit my equal and is poised to guarantee the Tinderstoff line shall have a bright, bright future. He goes on and on about his sapling for a while. All right, Sir Gilman. I've had just about had it with this one. Let's banish him already, and that stupid sapling too. This knight, now as ever, is in full accord with you on this, good Pamitha. Now, isn't he just the most precious thing you've ever seen, The sapling is nothing but an extension of Manly. If he is banished, the sapling should cease to trouble you as well. Now, but hold on, I have another question. Can we, cast our aura at him?
Manly and his offspring hold no small degree of influence within the Commonwealth, reader. There are many who would welcome his return, though none so much as he himself.
Shut! Okay. Go, go, go! Okay.
Glory to the Night Wings, first of all.
Oh ho, what's this? It seems the woods themselves are closing in upon our little soiree. Oh, do be careful now. These grasping roots and vines, they may not hold you in such high esteem as I. Okay, so I bet if we touch those, it's bad.
Your adversary Manly is comfortable in this suffocating glade. Yet he longs now for the comfort of his commonwealth.
Blarg!
And the purifying flame.
Oh dear, the woods are closing in, uncomfortably close at that. Whatever shall we do? Perhaps if you just stand aside a while, we could put an end to this that much the sooner. Get in! Okay.
Tizo takes the plunge.
In retrospect, I feel like we might have picked a super good team for this particular challenge. Say, have any of you noticed how it's feeling rather crowded out here, Almost as if the 100 Minds himself resents you being here. Yes, I rather think that's it. So, the 100 Minds, the Luz-Sklorian 100 Minds, third of the ancient scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Wise or the Philosopher. He is said to have fathomed every thought, and his wisdom flows through the river of his name. So, cease with all your scurrying about with that damned orb, and let me handle this.
Now to the flame.
Okay. Okay, I very much want this to not be here. Wow!
So fiercely fought.
Yeah, no, they're just gonna get that one. I really messed it up.
So it is.
Yeah, these plant people, they don't really have a super good answer for just flying over them and dunking on them. Some of the other teams would. All right, you Nightwings, I've had it up to here with you. Or perhaps I've simply had it up to here with all of these encroaching plants, these miserable things. Either way, I don't appreciate how you're ignoring me.
Absolution. No more than a lick of flame remains.
Oh, shit!
Splendid.
Okay, I just be slow. Just be slow! Get him!
An
Nope.
unimpressive thrust, but true.
That's okay. We've, like, it doesn't, you know, we don't get a bonus for not getting scored on.
A mere
Shit.
attempt.
Shit. I was trying to do, like, the slash move, but... That was sloppy. Wow!
Sputters.
Okay. I thought I got him out of the air, and he actually passed back to his friend. Yeah. I take it back about them not having an answer to that. They...
A rude predicament for the chastity.
Shit! Oh, fuck. I was out of stamina.
And it is done.
Is that it? Yes!
The Nightwings prevail.
That was getting hard as we went on.
Their pyre burns, whilst that of their adversaries is but ash. The rite is ended.
That ought to wipe the smug look off that sap's face. Scrocky ha! Tizo is fired up, having prevailed against Manly and the Chastity. Well, my. Oh, worry not, oh Nightwings. I'm not angry with you, honestly. I am but very, very, very disappointed. I thought perhaps that we had something going here between us. You scratch my back and I scratch yours and all. Instead, however, you decided to spit in my face. Fine. We'll have to see where all your rudeness gets you. Now, ta-ta!
Always is there greater knowledge to be gained.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna level up. Oh, wait, what's her face will? Yeah, Pamitha will.
The exiled Pamitha perhaps can learn the errors of her kind.
Well, Tamitha, soon I'll be catching up with you at this, whether you like it or not. Whether or not you like it. Oh, this is her first level up. Okay, so let's take a look to see what we want to take. While flying, Pamitha moves faster than usual. Already sounds really good. Or, for 5 seconds after banishing an adversary, Pamitha moves 30% faster than usual. I already really like this one, so what else do we got? Pamitha can use her dash ability in rapid succession and for less stamina. After saluting her adversaries, Pamitha instantly switches places with her nearest ally. Pamitha permanently gains +8 quickness, making her move much faster. So everything here is about making Pamitha incredibly mobile. Over here, when casting her aura... No, wait a second. I thought that she couldn't do that. I kept trying, but she was flying or dashing instead. Pamitha can trigger an aura burst that banishes nearby adversaries. If Pamitha is banished while Winged Fury's effect is active, she returns twice as quickly as normal. And Pamitha permanently gains +4 to quickness, presence, and hope, making her better. Oh, yeah, this is much more of an all-arounder. Still, I love her mobility, so we're going to go with that.
Power of the eldest matriarch. Until the next rite.
That was well done, my girl. I'm beginning to see why your companions vouched for you. Don't let it go to your head, of course. I feel like I need to do like a practice rite with Tizo, Sir Gilman, and Pamitha, just because they play a lot differently than Ruki, Jodariel, or what's-his-face, Hedwyn. After besting the Chastity in a solid performance, you return to your wagon to consider your next move. An adequate performance back there. Adequate? Yes, adequate. For the next part of our plan, go, have your reader there consult the stars. See where they take you next. I'll give you a hint. It's further north. It's going to be high up. Did this knight hear you say high up? And it's going to be cold. We'll see. Come on, my friend. Let's have a look outside then. That plan Volfred mentioned, I just want you to know, I don't know what he means. We're here because we're going to be free again. We won't be living out our days as exiles. That's the only plan as far as I'm concerned. But there's always a catch, right? We'll see what Volfred has to say. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. No matter what, we're getting closer, thanks to you. Okay, seek your destination. Is it here? I'm not permitted there. Is it here? Oh, we might have gotten a new chapter. That looks very book-like. So now you see it for yourself. You are summoned to the north, where looms Mount Elodiel, at the very top, the Fall of Solium. So Mount Elodiel, the sacred mountain on whose summit the rites were first conceived. Whether its summit is the downside's closest point to the Commonwealth or the farthest, none can say. And the Fall of Solium, according to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. The temple at the highest point in the downside exists to honor the 8 scribes. You confirm the stars indicated this exactly. Volfred, sir, how did you know? Volfred smiles back at him, but you sense his thoughts as though he is directing them at you.
I too can read, my girl.
Oh, hold on, he's talking.
Forbidden though the words may be.
He turns back to Hedwyn. Your reader's skills, while rare, are not unique, but, as I said, I'll let her do the job. I see that you have something special going on here, which benefits the plan. The plan? I thought this was about our freedom. Oh, fear not, my boy. It is indeed. Plenty of time to tell you about it on the way. For now, however, you look like you can use some rest, and as for that matter, so can I, if you'll excuse me. You sense your companions are exhausted from their recent travels. Given the road ahead, you agree it would be best to take the night to recover as much as possible. Yeah, there's nothing here. Like, there's nothing marked here, so I think we just get to continue. At dawn, Volfred is already up. He revealed to you the pathway through the woods, into the cold lands to the north, beyond which lies your next destination. Okay, the Sklorian Shore. You have not yet been to this region. Volfred revealed this to be the one path through the woods into the north. Yeah, I don't know if Jab is still here, but my personal concern with trying to wait until, like, Rings of Power is done is just... It is a topic of a lot of conversation right now, which just makes it very easy to pick up more information than you want. Hat tip to Polygon.com, who just puts unflagged spoilers in the headlines of their articles these days. Again, cool beans, guys. You get clear of the woods at last, and arrive at inlands grown cold in the shadow of Mount Elodiel. You will have to make it all the way to the top. In a moment of respite, Volfred calls everyone together to discuss matters pertaining to the rites and to the plan to which he alluded. You banded together with a common faith that freedom from the downside is not impossible, am I correct? But let me ask you something. What does freedom even mean to you? He looks in your direction as he asks, defying you to answer. You cannot sense his own thoughts on the subject, and only know the truth of how you feel. Nothing is true and everything is permitted. Freedom is slavery and everything is permitted. What the hell's the Assassin's Creed thing? What are they always saying that? Let's see. What does freedom mean to you? Doing what you want. Inner peace. Having no master is an early favorite. Going where you please. To feel true love. Living without fear. Also. Check plus. Nothing at all or remain silent. So here's the thing about living without fear. One way to live without fear, then again, also one way to have no master is to just be the master, to be the person in charge. And that's not really what I think of as being as freedom. Freedom does not mean subjecting others to servitude. Freedom is like achieving your own freedom in a way that doesn't unnecessarily or aggressively encroach on the freedom of others. That's what I would say. I guess of the set, I like the idea of living without fear. It's the description of it. Freedom means living life without concern for others' judgment or approval. Well, I mean, if you have responsibilities to others, and we all do in a society, their approval does mean something. It shouldn't be their approval for, like, how you dress or what you eat or any number of other things, but like how you choose to worship, but like that you're doing right by them and others. I mean, that kind of approval does matter, I feel like. Like, you can play loud, am I free to play loud music all night long such that my neighbors can't sleep because I don't care about their judgment or approval? No, because that's taking away from their freedom. Anyway, let's go with achieving inner peace. Yeah, okay, I like this. Freedom means having a clear conscience and a carefree heart. Let's go with that. You tell Volfred that freedom is a state of mind, while easier said than done. If you can simply be yourself without concern, then you are free. He considers your response for a short while. If that is so, then the Commonwealth that I recall, the Commonwealth that sentenced us to rot, that's not a place that fosters freedom such as you describe. Admittedly, I haven't seen the Commonwealth in many, many years. However, judging by your presence here, I doubt it's changed all that very much since then. He then turns his attention to the whole group. Now, let me tell you all what freedom means to me. Freedom means to live life without fear. Wait, I was so close, though. To be able to indulge one's curiosities and passions, at least the ones that cause no harm to others, without the constant threat of judgment and reprisal. Okay, like, if it had said the line about causing no harm to others, then I might have also chosen that one. Freedom means not being made a criminal for what you know or whom you love or what you choose to think or not think. I agree with you, Volfred. He looks out towards the distant mountains. Within the next few days, your time in exile could come to an end. You could see the Commonwealth once more, and you would be exalted there, given the highest honor, the opposite of how you got here. But you would not truly be free, I think. At the least, you would become complicit to an ancient system that would deign to cast down others such as you. It is a system whose well-intentioned founding principles have long been lost, and the 8 scribes, if they are out there still, have made it quite clear they shall not intervene firsthand. That is where you come in. He turns to you and everyone again, looking to each of you. Long have I wished to gather such a group, that together you might see that seeking freedom only for yourselves is too modest of a goal. You share a higher calling now. The plan, then, is this. We free each other from the downside through the rites, then we meet up on the other side. We organize. Each new moon at dusk, we join together at the Spiral Sanctum, which is a burned-down remains of the old capital of the Commonwealth. The remains stand as a warning to those who would seek to spread forbidden knowledge. We need as many of us there as possible. My agents on the other side shall explain the rest. You're plotting a revolt. Just so. I am asking a lot. You do have other options. Deceit, however, is not one of them. The reader and myself, you know by now that we can see through it. But you need not be a part of this, nor is it my interest to coerce you. You may go your own way if you wish. Live out your remaining days here like so many others. So, if anyone among you prefers that, if you cannot see yourself continuing to strive together in the Commonwealth, as you are doing here, then speak now. Volfred pauses for a time, examining each member of the group. No one stirs. Very good. Though some of you consider yourselves friends, some others not. But all of you are bound together through the rites and are integral to our plan. Remember that. You seek freedom. You will not find it waiting for you in the Commonwealth. But together, you can bring it about, both for yourselves and others. That is my promise. He lets out a long breath. That's it. I ask you all to think on this, and let's reconvene along our journey to the summit. Volfred turns towards the mountains, leaving you to consider what he said and plot the wagon's northward path. I don't know. I like what he said. Like, we didn't know Volfred Sandalwood prior to this, and dude seems to have a nice plan. Not just freedom for yourselves, but we gotta fix the system that exiles people for knowing how to read. Maxine was saying I was lucky enough to be... Well, okay, so Maxine had earlier said that she was in a lucky enough to be in a position where she could just quit her job without having a new one first. Not a lot of people can do that. Yeah, and that must be very concerning. And, like, Kira Eros may not be in that position now, which is why I'm very, very hesitant to, as a stranger to this whole story, just say, oh, just quit. But I also want Kira to know, I want Kira to have backup and, like, a disinterested third party, a separate, dispassionate third party to say, no, what the job is asking of you is unreasonable and potentially dangerous to your long-term health. That's not appropriate. Okay, let's go to Mur Pass. Oh, sorry, but then Jad was saying the whole thing was written over 60 years ago. I don't really care about spoilers anyway, and as far as that goes, the whole thing was spoiled by Lord of the Rings. See, that's a little bit like... So, like, this is a dangerous comparison for me to draw, but that sounds like people who said, like, what's the point of watching the movie Titanic because you know what happens at the end. But it was also a tremendously popular movie because it turned out that the journey from where the movie started until the end was what people wanted to see. So the story may not just be the destination, it can be all of the other interactions and stories and characters that are met along the way, and that's what I want to be careful not to get too much information about by just like seeing people comment on it online, on Twitter, you know, Polygon articles and so forth. So Mur Pass, pathway leading north to the Sacred Mountain. This is the only way to reach the base of Mount Olodiel. Beyond lies Mount Olodiel. I believe we make camp here at the base of the mountain, for we shall need our spirits and our strength to make the ascent. Okay, so we'll discuss the plan. And also, hold on, the Beyonder Crystal seeks Tizo. Also, like, you know, like Knights of the Old Republic. Well, that happened several thousand years before Star Wars, but it also has like a real baller story that in no way is spoiled by the original trilogy or the prequel trilogy. If anything, I'd argue that Knights of the Old Republic spoiled the prequel trilogy by being a way better and more coherent story. But yeah, Beyonder Crystal, let's hit it. There you are again, my lovely reader. How may I be of service? Scribe Trial, 1 for Tizo. Of course, reader. You need but think on who shall be the subject of my trial, and we shall go from there. We're going to call Tizo. Yeah. So there may not even be an orb in here, but I'm comfortable with that. Let's pick Tizo. You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Tizo. I dare think I remember something of that imp, and he certainly stood out from all his ilk, although that really is not saying much. Well, let us bring him forth. Tizo soon appears in heat of the summons. Tizo seems to be prepared for whatever lies ahead. Is he prepared to get sucked into this crystal? I guess we'll find out. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, imp. You answer to me here. Tizo says, Tizo indicates his understanding and is prepared to begin Sandra's trial. You know the formalities, of course. Show me, then, what you have learned thus far about the rites. Here, in this trial, it shall be just you, my Beyonders, and your lovely reader. Let us see how you fare. Okay, I gotta be really careful about using that. Wow! Okay. Shit. Okay. She is not holding back, is the point. Oh, I didn't realize there was a barricade there. Dude. I'm getting absolutely shellacked. Oh my god. So, we have to go to the hospital. What the hell? Grahawk indeed. Tizo is frustrated having failed Sandra's challenge. Come now, Imp. This test is not meant to be easy, even for the likes of you. I would tell you not to waste more of my time, but then my time is there for you to waste. So, try again. Now or whenever you so choose. We shall try again. We can't do worse. We actually couldn't do worse. Fuck a duck. Oh my god. Am I still alive? No. Okay, we've already scored once. What do I need? Like 3 more? At 15 a pop? Okay, it turns out they have no answer right now for just fucking running past them. Like, we can't engage at all. As soon as they even get near Tizo, yeah, they do this. It's just, they're so fast. Carolyn is pointing out that you could always do worse. Yeah, technically, I could lose faster. Like not by more points, but it could take less time to lose, which that is true. Okay, but we got it that time. It was just basically lesson learned. Tizo is fast. Don't try to fight with Tizo. Tizo is excited to have completed Sandra's challenge and awaits her approval. A worthwhile effort, Imp. Your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Your predecessor may well have approved. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. I don't know what suddenly made me think of it, but Mia was playing Song of Horror yesterday, and without any spoilers to like give away the nature of it, Mia did a bullshit puzzle yesterday. Like, I looked it up, and it's one of those puzzles like I would never have figured this out. Like, it's so cryptic, the thing that she had to do, and it was only through the benefit of like a yes/no question to like knock down what it wasn't that she eventually arrived at what it was. But even then, even once you know what to do, there's like a trick to it. I don't know, I didn't think very highly of that puzzle. If anybody doesn't know, it's her most recent Song of Horror stream. Tizo is happy to be back and wonders what it was that Sandra granted you. You take a closer look at the new artifact in your possession. It's Ha'ub's Wing. Tizo's flutter and zip abilities cost less stamina than usual. I love it. We will accept the reward and we will put it onto Tizo right now. I really like Luminous Idol for him though. Like, Luminous Idol is actually really good for him, but if we're gonna have one that is like particular to a character, let's use the one that's particular to the character. I kind of feel like I might use Luminous Idol on Headwind now. Okay. I don't think there's anything else in the... I don't remember if a page got unlocked. Yeah, no, okay. So let's hit the road. Except there's something here. Oh, hi, Volfred. There you are, my girl. There was something which I wanted to discuss with you in private. Volfred stares at you rather intently, as if reaching out to you, and then... Oh, I didn't know if he was going to talk again. You do know what it means to be a reader. Those such as we are not limited to reading pages from a book. Though your ability in this I sense is nascent still, mere flashes, uncontrollable. I see as well now that they haven't told you yet, your friends, and that explains a lot. They haven't told you readers such as you cannot go free. Oh, that's still him talking. Sorry. They haven't told you that readers such as yourself cannot go free. I had wondered why you would insist on pressing forward with this group in light of this. The answer then was plain. You simply did not know or fully realize. They did not deceive you, by the way. There is no reason they would know themselves other than Tariq, who shall not influence your thinking in such matters. Rather, I had expected when we first met that you already knew the truth of this from having read the passage in the Book of Rites, which states it plain. Only those who shall conduct the rites firsthand shall walk the path towards enlightenment and become eligible to regain their freedom. Perhaps you have not gotten to that part just yet. Volfred breaks free from you and looks at you again. Then he speaks to you as normal. It is plain that you are not in adequate condition to conduct the rites, and this group values you as reader. I wish only to ensure you understand what you are getting into here. Despite whatever hopes and dreams and promises might have been shared, I do not think the rites can help you to return, if that is what you had in mind. So, once again, I invite you to depart, and I will see to it that you are compensated. Do not misunderstand. If it is your wish to remain, then you are welcome. But this journey we are on, it has no guarantees. Not for you, nor any one of us. Do you understand? I do understand. There's more at stake. I like this. There's more at stake here than your freedom alone. And besides, perhaps there is a way. But even if there's not, like, this is the downside. It seems like the only thing that there is to do here is roll around in the dirt and breathe toxic fumes. Like, the whole place sucks. It's where they send their exiles. So, what is my character gonna do if she leaves? Wander alone? Suffocate? Die of dehydration out in the waste? Why not stay with the Black Wagon? Whether there's a way or not. And by the way, if we get them their freedom and they are successful at overturning the culture or the government or whatever it is of the Commonwealth so that the exiles can come back, that benefits me then, as well as all of them on the path. Everybody wins. So no, I'm not going anywhere, and I do understand. You understand the words of warning, yet just the same, you choose to carry on. There is more that you wish to achieve on this journey than freedom for yourself. I admire that, my girl. Then, very well. Know that we have much at stake here in this anyway. Much more than just a shot at going back into that Commonwealth, which cast us down here to begin with. It sounds like you intend to stick around. Then, we'll have much more time to chat as we ascend the sacred mountain in the coming days. Until then. He strides out of the wagon then, leaving you with your thoughts. And a bloody calendar. Candle. I don't know why I said calendar. Yep. Okay. Book of Rites. There's nothing in the Book of Rites right now. Okay, discuss the plan. Earlier, Volfred called for a group meeting, presumably to reveal his plan in more detail. Instead, he reveals some bad news. Wait, what are you saying? What I'm saying, my boy, is that while you can indeed get yourself out of here, it can't be all of you at once. We earn our way back one by one, or not at all. But I swore that we'd go free together. You may go free together yet, but it's going to take time, and this is only the first phase. You, Hedwyn, and the others exchange glances. Let me make this plainer for you still. Here is how the coming days are going to unfold. First, we're going to ascend Mount Elodial, there to the north. You may not think this wagon's fit for it, though rest assured, it's made the journey many times. Next, we'll pass through Scribe's Gate, the only worthy pass through there, as your reader could attest. If she did not merely skim that chapter of the book, or if it's been filled in, by the way, Scribe's Gate, it said that scribes themselves keep watch over Scribe's Gate. The judgment of the scribes determines who can cross and who is sent the fast way down. Carolina hates that calendar, the bloody one, which is like every year now. Afterwards, we'll reach the Fall of Solium and meet our adversaries in the Rites. They're to be the Tempers, led by the demon Ignarius. You'll know him when you see him. The Tempers are a mighty triumvirate that has been the closest rival of the Nightwings. Ignarius is the notorious demon leader of one of the most feared triumvirates in the Rites. Both you and they shall choose someone from your respective sides. Then, once the triumvirate prevails, their someone will be whisked home to the Commonwealth. Shoot, we have to pick someone to lose. Okay. Whisked home to the Commonwealth. Precisely. Once returned, our someone is taken in and clothed and fully pardoned. The Commonwealth knows about this? The same Commonwealth that says a sentence into exile is forever, and freedom from the downside is impossible? Many of these details the scribes themselves wish to be kept secret. Former exiles and the leaders of the Commonwealth alike have a good incentive to protect those secrets well. So then, that's it. We climb the mountain and someone goes back and everyone else stays? For most of those participating in the rites, yes, that's it. But I like your connotation, and indeed, for us, that isn't it at all. If one of us returns, it shall just be a step along our path. However, let that sit for now. Gather your strength. We'll talk again on our way up. Bolfred leaves the rest of you to consider what he said. You have time now for your vocations. At dawn, you shall begin your ascent of Mount Elodial. I don't want to lose any of my party members. I wonder, so he said that we're going to do the rite. He didn't specify that the person who goes home has to be somebody who directly participates in the rite. I would love to have that clarified before we pick a team. Since now we know that we're going to be losing people along the way, maybe I will study in private, which gives a small global bonus to all fellow exiles. You excuse yourself from the others and go pore over the Book of Rites and its mysteries. Speaking of mysteries, they're doing like some new unsolved mysteries for like Netflix or something? That's weird. I wonder who it's gonna like, who's gonna be like the narrator, the presenter, because it's not gonna be Robert Stack. I'm pretty sure he's passed away. Though greater understanding comes from the reader's influence. Right. Okay, so we can do +1 hope. Right, so last time we took +1 presence. I'm going to go with +1 hope because I want my people to come back when they get banished more quickly. You concentrate on the substance of the words and teachings of the Book of Rites, such as you understand them thus far. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. We got a spirit. Influence. Jab says, I think about 10 years ago. Wait, was that what, the bloody calendar, or was that something else, Jab? About 10 years ago. No, wait, what did I just say? Oh, Robert Stack, that he probably passed away. Yeah, it's not a recent passing. But I am thinking of the right dude, right? Like, he was the host and narrator of Unsolved Mysteries. I think so. Here before you lies Mount Elodial, stretching far beyond your line of sight. Somewhere upon the mountain lies the only place from which you can escape the downside. Your companions gather around before Bolfred, who stands as tall as ever. Whether from the cold air or the subject now at hand, you sense a tension in the air. Now then, you all have many questions, no? I've done a lot of talking, so go on, ask away. But there's only silence. One question stands out in your mind, which you refrain from asking yet. If only one of you is to go free at first, who shall it be? Go on now, don't be shy. Who first? Questions. Why us? Why you indeed, madam? That I can explain. You've seen the sort you stand against as your adversaries in the Rites, which is what they want. What is it that they want, do you suppose? They want their freedom back, of course. They'll settle for it on the Commonwealth's own terms. They'll gain their freedom and some cushy new responsibilities. Perhaps then they'll have a hand in sending still more exiles here to join us. Think on it. The Commonwealth rose from the ashes of a fallen empire thanks to the efforts of the first exiles who escaped this place via the Rites. It is the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honor those who live to redeem their transgressions. They have a certain wisdom, do they not? But as for you, I have been looking for a certain set of dispositions for a good length of time. I thought he was looking for people who could just fit into the masks that he'd picked out. All I needed was for someone appropriate to show up, and to listen. So I planted many little eyes and ears throughout this land, whispering hints of this, absurd as it may sound. Took someone with a certain faith and creativity to go for it. I've heard, and I don't know if they still do this, but I've heard that like an early recruiting tactic Google would use is that they would take out a math problem. They would take out a billboard, and on the billboard they would put like a semi-cryptic math problem. And if you solved the math problem, it would ultimately resolve into like a website address. If you went there, it would give you a second and even more challenging one. And if you solved that one, it would take you to a page to get an immediate job interview with Google. I don't know if this is an urban legend or what, but this was a recruiting tactic that they used. It's literally just a random math problem on like a bulletin board, and like a really cryptic like advanced trig problem too. But they were looking for people who'd be curious enough to try it and then to follow that breadcrumb trail to its end. Jav's saying 2003, and then Intertooth is noting 2003 isn't 10 years ago. That's 1990. Wait, what is? So but the thing is, if he died in 2003, then that's 20 years ago, right? Yeah, because 2012, and then 2002, and then a year plus. So yeah, 19 years ago. Okay. That someone proved to be Hedwyn over there. He was tasked with seeking two trustworthy allies, an old buried wagon and a reader. He was invited to bring others for the ride, all different sorts. Gather enough help, and he and his friends could be free. Long story, but you know much of the rest. So then, why you? Because I've reason to believe you're not the sort to play right back into the Commonwealth's old hands. The Rites, if you have seen, are quite exclusive. You are imposters in this little party. You could be the ones to break it up. Now then, more questions. Your head is beginning to spin. You excuse yourself. You can excuse yourself or keep listening. Yeah, I want to hear the rest. Volfred's explanations are a lot to take in, though you feel compelled to absorb as much of what he is willing to tell you at this point. He prompts for further questions when Jodariel raises her voice again. Hold. You mistook my meaning. I understand your plan. Still, I wish to know why us. Why are we, among the others, chosen for this liberation rite? On the blooded moon of the fall of Solium, an exile from the prevailing triumvirate shall go free. The anointed champion shall then plunge into the Shimmer Pool and return in glory, the Book of Rites. Aha, I see. Well, but that is simple, really, madam. You are chosen. You are qualified, I should say. Because, as the expression goes, 'tis what the scribes ordain. Though in this case, the expression is quite literally true. When the Eight created the Rites, each one of them appointed certain other exiles to participate on their behalf, exiles who showed some promise of redemption. The triumvirates they formed have stood the test of time, replenishing their numbers as their individuals moved on or passed on. You've met them as they are today, the accusers, the withdrawn, and so forth. The 8 scribes also formed a special group, against which all the others would be judged. That group they called the Nightwings. You bear their books, wear their masks and raiments, but you need but show up to the rites. You see, the others erstwhile jockey for position for a chance to take you on. Yeah, well, what if we don't, said Rookie, who hasn't had very much dialogue in this episode so far. What if we don't show up? Then you would deny yourselves a chance at freedom, and deny it also to your adversaries. Victory means nothing in a common right, then? Participation is all that matters. Not so, madam. Only the enlightened may regain their freedom. While failure can be an excellent teacher, the scribes do favor the victor. So, you see, those who do not conduct the rites, or do not prevail in them sufficiently, they may find themselves barred from the liberation rites. But these are technicalities. The Nightwings disbanded years ago. Since then, no one has gone free. Yet still, the other triumvirates press on, with fleeting hope that one day you'd be back. It's been a heavy price to pay in all of this. Now, if you'll excuse me, we'll talk again some other time. Some murmur to themselves about all this as Volfred takes his leave. Others reconnoiter pathways leading up the mountain and present you with some options. Oh, Innertooth's got a lurk. Innertooth, thank you so much for the lurk. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out, and I hope you have a great Saturday. Wow. Sorry, it just dawned on me, like, the weekend is half done. I'm really enjoying the game, and it's like, I only have one more day, and then I've got to go back to work. Right. Carolina says, there are few of those. They've gone on for years, and as far as I know, no one has yet solved the current task. So no one outside the company knows what reward is at the end, unrelated to Google properly. Oh yeah, so Carolina has also heard about this. Maxine is also getting tired. Maxine, just in case you have to like leave or lurk during the right, because I do tend to like be focused on the match at that point. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really hope that you're having a great Saturday so far. Let's see. Emperor's Fall. A pathway on the outskirts of Mount Elodiel's nameless lower summits, or a gap through the nameless lower summits. Shay believes the 8 scribes will bless whoever goes through here. I want to buy more upgrade juice, I think. I feel like the blessing of the 8 scribes only lasts for one thing, whereas the money that we get here could really be valuable. So let's go to Emperor's Fall. Maxine is going to turn in. Maxine, again, very much appreciated. Thank you so much for hanging out. Oh no, I need a drink. You joined Pamitha on a brief expedition to find anything of value dropped by those who tried to scale the mountain, but did not succeed. Wait. Oh, really? Jodario's going to come along with Pamitha. Okay. Wait. I shall be joining you. What, now I get 2 chaperones? But sure, I'm game. Whatever you wingless are into. Be silent, little bird, and fetch those trinkets and be done. Ma, so full of bitterness. You really ought to make the most of these last precious moments that we share. And you ought to not mince your words. Oh, please. We all know you're going to be the first one out of here, so why not quit your constant frowning for a change? I, the first one out of here? Of course. It's plain the others pity you. Wow, Pamitha, take a step back. Jesus. You've been here longer than the rest of us by far. Maybe, but besides, maybe that Volfred, though he seems plenty happy here. Making his speeches. How dare you? How dare you presume? How dare you to presume? Nothing is decided as of yet. Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Though, if by some coincidence you do end up selected for the honor, I just want you to know something. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, do hope we shall prevail on your behalf. Because that way, you shall be free, of me at least, and I, in turn, shan't have to suffer any longer your hideous attitude towards me and everything. At that, you intervene. Jodariel's eyes burn with fury, but then she calms herself. I shall see you at the wagon, reader. Pamitha's kind of rude. The thing is, I will say, Jodariel's been giving Pamitha a hard time all along. But, like, everyone pities you? I don't know what you're talking about, Pamitha. Back off. Pamitha scoffs as Jodariel storms off. I swear that one. Well, moving on. There's something sparkling down there. Be right back. She swoops out of sight, leaving you alone there on the mountain. Pamitha soon returns with something that lay long forgotten in the rocks below. It's the One Ring. A Titan Tooth. After blocking airborne adversaries, the bearer briefly stuns them and knocks them back. A large, old, decaying tooth that, while decidedly unpleasant, grants a certain strength and confidence. So, I might actually sell this one. I don't hate it, but it's very situational that you're blocking an airborne enemy, and I'm not particularly good at doing that. So, we have a choice between Temple High Road, where Hedwyn expressed a passing whim to see the view from here, or the second of two paths leading to the mountain summit. Sir Gilman wishes to look upon the sacred waters here. Okay, so here's the thing. Hedwyn has a passing whim. Sir Gilman has a dedicated interest. We're going to go to the Temple Cistern. Oh, thank God for the animation. I really wanted a drink. At long last! The Wyrm surges towards the waters of the cistern. You decide to join him for a brief excursion there after another hard day's ride. You find him in a shallow pool, appearing very much contented. This night, he thought he may never again feel fresh water's cool caress against his scales. He sighs, splashing about from time to time. Then he turns his attention over to you. You, Master Reader, are most kind to take with you this wayward knight. He swears to prove himself to you and to the rest. He knows that soon now, someone may go free. He knows the choice of whom may weigh upon you heavily indeed. For it is you who ought to make the choice, is that not so? This night, he heard it from the others, so it must be true. Now, listen, please, upon what little honor this knight has. This knight's penance isn't yet complete. There is much atoning to be done. So, when rises the occasion to decide who ought to go free, this knight wants you to know something. Please do not choose him, not even if you wish, and not even if you can. He begs of you, allow this knight that simple dignity. With that, Sir Gilman sinks into the waters. His tail waves to you to leave him be for now. I'm glad that we went here, not mostly for the speech, but because Hedwyn was sort of like, that would be a cool, view to see, and maybe he was just playing it cool, but, what's his face? Sir Gilman, he didn't seem very comfortable that he'd be climbing a mountain, so the idea that we got to give him a little bit of, comfort on the way up, I like. Sir Gilman does not believe that he deserves his freedom yet. Oh, we got a little bit of enlightenment. So grateful is this knight for such a glorious occasion that he is giving strong consideration to performing here and now the forbidden dance of the Sea Dominion. Oh, wow, we got a mastery. That was more than a little bit. Okay, so I like Greater Cleave because I remember his slash being extremely useful, and I like the idea of doing it. You and your companions gather at Scribe's Gate, where the single narrow trail to the summit narrows even more and falls under an archway carved of stone. Come along now, everyone, and be prepared to speak your mind when you are called. Frankly, most of you still lack enlightenment, but we may pass together, much how we act with a single heart and mind during the rites. Well then, lead onward, Tariq. Please follow me. Removing his hat. Wow. I like the fact that the animation, like the character model moved his hat. The portrait, whatever you want to call it. The lone minstrel approaches the gate. You and the others follow. When the last of your companions nears the arch, you notice someone standing high above, who then appears before you. She eyes the lone minstrel first. The gate guardian. I don't have a voice for this woman. Is that you, Tariq? It is. Greetings, Celeste. And how was your rest? Too long, Celeste. It seems your work has piled up in the meantime. You bring this many to the gate. Aye. Then, let's make this quick. She gestures towards the rest of you. Now, each of you, in turn, state who you are and what you seek whilst crossing the Scribe's Gate. Do as she says, please, without questioning. Your fellow exiles exchange glances, but quickly comply. I'll start. You can call me Hedwyn the Deserter. I've come here seeking freedom for myself and my companions. In my case, so I can return to be with the one whom I love. The woman bids him forward. The lone minstrel prompts Ruki to speak up next. I am regarded by the name Ruki Greentail, and I just want to be able to get out of here. I guess with my chums, preferably. Go see Mama back home. I am Captain Jodariel. I do not truly know what I'm seeking here. What I'm seeking here. Oh, my name is Shay, and I am here, I think, because the scribes have called to me. It must be them, because if not, then who? Tizo seeks to live up to the Nightwing's legacy and maybe see the Commonwealth someday. Sir Gilman of the Sea Dominion at your service. This knight is on a quest to find his honor. He lost it at a certain point. Pamitha Thane, I'm only here because my sister's here. Then as Volfred steps forward, the one called Celeste raises her voice. I recognize you from the Nightwings of the past. You are not clad in the raiments any longer. I would know why. I had my chance already. The Nightwings that now stand before you. I travel with them as a pilgrim now. I see. Then state why you are here, as have the others. My name is Volfred Sandalwood. I seek liberty for each of us, so that one day we all might stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side, and bring our freedom to the people there. She waves him by. Then she turns to you, for there is no one left to go to. Okay, state who you are to traverse the Scribe's Gate. Just a crippled scholar, an old farm hand, a war orphan, or you do not know. Wow. Hold on, I'm gonna finish my drink here. There we go. There wasn't that much left. Alright. Let's read through a little bit more. When they learned that you knew of the old ways, they came for you and you could not run far. Your youth is gone, but your thirst for knowledge... Sorry, your youth is gone, but your thirst for knowledge earned you a trip to the downside nonetheless. Years of strife between the Commonwealth and the Highwing remnants afflicted you since birth. Or try as you might, you cannot make out the details of what life was like in the Commonwealth. So, I think I like old farmhand. No, actually I was going to say war orphan. No, I don't think that I do like War Orphan, because then it's going to set up that there's some sort of beef between me and Pamitha, and there's not. So I am going to go with Old Farmhand, because I like the idea... So, without wandering too far afield, one of the things that I thought was really smart and admirable about The Last Jedi was the idea that greatness can come from anywhere. Or from nowhere, from nothing, from a random person, because after all, that's how actual humanity works. the fact that your parent was a scientist doesn't necessarily make you a great scientist, and having parents that were musicians doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be a better musician or even a decent musician. We each have individual capacities and individual strengths and weaknesses, and genetics are a random roll of the dice, and sometimes spectacular brilliance can come from unlikely places. And I like that idea, and I liked seeing it presented in a film franchise that I appreciate a lot. So I like reflecting that here, that someone who's a scholar, well, not necessarily a scholar, but somebody who learned to read, somebody who became literate in a land where that was forbidden, could just be an old farmhand who thirsted for knowledge. You were no one of importance in the Commonwealth and sought to make a simple living while pursuing certain interests on the sides. Those interests got you into trouble, and now here you are. The one called Celeste continues to examine you, expecting you to add to your response. So, do you want to return to the Commonwealth and to live out your days there doing as you please? I much more want to help my friends. You wish to do whatever it takes to see your fellow exiles regain their freedom. I don't know that I really want revenge. I don't think that's gonna impress our gatekeeper here. And I want to see what happens. I want to help my friends. I feel like 98% of the people who play this game choose this, but now Jab has some good news. Jab is saying it's been a good day crafting so far. I would ask for specifics, but I'm speaking to someone, Jab, who doesn't know very much about Shadow Warrior 2 really at all, what's what's good about it? Give us the highlights, because I'm curious. I feel like 99% of people are gonna hit the I want to help my friends, but yo, I want to help my friends. I like the people that we have in the party. The companions you have met here, who have helped you to survive and to find kinship in the downside. Your priority is to ensure that they achieve their goals. I mean, of course it is, because we can't go free from what we've been told. That is all you wish, for now. The woman regards you for a time, then nods once and waves all of you by. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome here. Go forth with glory. And Tariq? I, Celeste. Be on your way as well. The lone minstrel bows his head and puts his hat back. He does not look back at her. The two of them have a thing going on? I wouldn't have thought otherwise, except he does not look back at her, as though we were expecting him to cast a sidelong glance over his shoulder. From the from the top of Mount Elodial, you can see the distant downside before you. You think on the many thousand leagues you cross to reach this point as the sky grows dim. I'm just going on record. There's a 0% chance that this is the end of the story, because look at all the other tabs that there are. We're in chapter 1 of this, so I do want to see what happens at the end of our next match, but just to set expectations, I don't think we are nearly at the end of this game, not by a long shot. The Imp Ha'ub and I, we helped to save my emperor, and when the danger did subside, my emperor Solium Mur, he said something to me which shook me to the essence of my being. He said, "You gave your freedom, Master Golathanian, so that I may yet have mine. You too now are an exile at the downside. In all the days which I have left, I never could repay the mercy you have shown me. So if I cannot do that in this life, then I shall do it in the next. We crossed the land together, and together with the imp, we gained the company of those who saw in him what I did." This sounds like basically maybe the story of the first Nightwings, ultimately. Now that we've gotten to a point where the stories have some similarities. So we found some river frost, so cold it can burn the skin, but keeps the wagon cool and food fresher longer. It's a keepsake from the Scalorian shore. Oh, that's nice, because we chose to go there, I think. We got a little, souvenir. Jodariel appears to be prepared for whatever is to come this night. Though it is not yet dark, she is already in her raiments. Hedwyn soon joins her, also looking ready. Any sign of Rookie? None yet. Complained about the chaffing at the collar of his mask. Our freedom may be hinging on that collar, then. I am certain that it is. Ha 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 ha. The three of you exchange glances, but nothing is said, or needs to be said. Soon, if Volfred is to be believed, one of your companions may regain his or her freedom. Hey, what did I miss? Am I late? Is it starting? Is it starting yet? Easy, Rookie. We have a little time. It isn't starting yet. How fare your struggles with your mask, Queentail? Feeling a lot better, thanks. I just had to smash it repeatedly against the wall for a little bit. Put some of the old nerves to bed there for good measure. Though, is this really happening, huh? One of us might be getting out of here, like, soon? By dawn, in fact, if all goes well. All goes well? Well, that's one way to look at it, I guess. What are you getting at, Greentail? Well, it's just, we might be breaking up the band here, people. If one of us gets out, that's been bugging me for a while now. I thought we were all getting out of here at once. He shoots a look at you. Some of us, we might not be getting out of here at all. Hedwyn slams his fist against the wall. No, not if I can help it. We made a promise to each other, each of us, the four of us. We're all getting out of here. I care about the others too, I do. But we've been here from the start. I want you to know, my promise is to you, and I believe you'll do the same for me. So it's like this. If any of us gets out, great, but it's just a start. We're gonna do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes there, on the other side, to make it so the rest of us can get back too. What, you think they're gonna build a bridge down here if we ask nice or something? I don't know what it's gonna take. I just know we have to try. Jodariel turns to you. Reader, we shall find a way. She nods to reassure you, and to reassure herself. Ryuki nods his head in turn, and Hedwyn's gaze never once falters. Well, my friends, I think it's just about time. Let's go. Hey, hello to Sebastian Mitt. Sebastian, I hope you're having a great Saturday so far. So, just real quick, Jab is saying that he had a keeper in the crafting game on, Shadow Warrior 2, which I just said earlier. Bit on the low side, but it's in the cutoff range I've chosen. But mostly I'm rolling low numbers and getting high numbers. Plus, they're matching things I already have, so I can roll them again. It sounds like you're making good progress, which is awesome. I remember, guys, I played so much Diablo, and then I played so much Diablo 2, but I never got into, the crafting element where you're, getting set pieces and refining your gems and stuff in Diablo 2, and then in Diablo 3, I just didn't like it at all on the PC. And then I played the PlayStation 4 version. So a friend of mine, HW, and I, we played so much Diablo 3 together. We played all the way through the story. We got both of our characters up to max level. We did a bunch of the random rifts, and then we replayed with other characters to level them up. And I found all the set pieces for my Demon Hunter. I sort of mained a Demon Hunter, and I found a couple full and complete set pieces, and I got them fully upgraded with gems. So I may not be familiar with the crafting game in Shadow Warrior 2, but I do know the feeling of oh, this is better, this works with my build, this is what I want to do. I had so much fun playing Diablo 3, and that's why the whole thing about Diablo Immortal, I've never played it. I don't expect that I ever will play it. Everything that I've heard about it just sounds like it's not a game. It's a money extraction method. So I just don't have any interest in that. But it's weird how much of a more fun game Diablo 3 is on PlayStation 4 than it is on PC. I don't even know how to describe it. It's so much. It just feels better to play. And it feels better to play with friends, too. It's just so much easier to connect. Anyway, one by one, they turn towards the door. Yeah, I did a monk, I did a demon hunter, and I think I messed around just a little bit with a crusader. And that was where, we'd sort of had our fill of it at that point. But I always wanted to go back to that. When they added the The Necromancer. Like, that was one of the classes that they added. It would have been cool if they added more classes, too. Anyway, one by one, they turn towards the door. The fall of Solium awaits, a vital step in your quest for freedom, yet you feel in your heart that it shall only be the first. Your 3 companions each gain +1 hope for the liberation rite. Oh, I was like, what's it doing? Alright, let's stop by the slug market. I don't think I have anything to sell, but I might have something to buy. Psst, hey guys, just so we're all aware and all, I know how come you're here, and how you made it all the way up here. Oh, I know all right. I've got stuff, you're here because I got the lowest prices and all the downside, am I right? And some of the new stuff I got in stock. You're gonna get a whole lot of value in here, an awful lot. So many pinches of stardust. I'm gonna buy them all. No. No. What's this? Unlearn. Ooh. So, I do not want to buy Scribe Snuff. I'm glad that it exists. It's basically a semi-expensive way to respec. But I think... Yeah, so there's a couple here for 16. I'm gonna buy these. Okay. I don't know if that's a good idea, but it's what I decided to do. Yeah. So I'll be seeing you guys. Yeah, Sebastian, I hope that you're having a great what day is this? Saturday? I can't believe tomorrow's Sunday and then it's back to work. Okay. So I feel like, okay, all the allies appear to have gained some hope, it looks like. No, look, it's Hedwyn, Jadariel, and Ruki all gained an extra +1 hope, but the others did not. Although Sir Gilman does have high morale because we took him to the thing. Okay, so, I mean, they seem kind of amped up. Usually I've been going with whoever's the lowest. Like, I still want to bring in Pamitha, I think. Although these guys have some good bonus experience that's saved up as well. Alright, Oh, look! Oh! So there's like a pinch of stardust, but then the more expensive ones are a dash of stardust. I was not paying attention to their description. They actually are more valuable. They not only cost more, but they do more. Okay. So here's the other thing. Now that we know that we're going to start losing party members, it's like... I feel like we don't necessarily want to put all of our points into the ones that that are dedicated to a specific character, because then all of those upgrades are lost when that character leaves. So what if I raise this +2, by the way? Yeah, that gives him a +3 quickness. Okay, sure, let's upgrade that. Now what if we did another +2? +4 quickness. What if I do this one? That's not a lot, though. Then again, like, so if I go from 30 to 36, which I'm gonna do, and then from this to 39, I mean, it's not 1 out of every 2, it's not half, but it's getting there. I like the sound of that. Okay. So, here's the thing I don't know, and I'm not going to reload, and I don't want anybody in chat to talk about it. The choice of who goes home, is that only among the people that play, which I kind of, like that play in this rite, which I kind of think that it is, or do you get to choose from anybody in your group? Here's why I think it has to be somebody that is in your group, because otherwise, I feel like it would open the door to, like, the play, like you're the player, right? Like I'm the reader or whatever. I would just choose Jadariel, Ruki, and Hedwyn 1, 2, 3, and then just send every other person home while they bench warm. That way we get all of the experience points on those 3 guys, and it's like gaming the system. So I have to assume from a game design standpoint that one of the 3 people that participates in the rites is the one that goes home. And like we're talking that through because it's going to impact what we are about to see. The choices that I'm about to make. Is everyone prepared, Hedwyn? Yes, though several of us have a question that's been troubling us. You need but ask. Ask. You said that one of us is going to return to the Commonwealth if we defeat the Tempers and the Rites tonight. But what happens if we fail? Hedwyn, my boy, don't you see? The path to freedom and the path to enlightenment are one and the same. Do you intend to stray from the path? No? Then you have nothing to fear. But let me be much more upfront with you. Should you be defeated by the Tempers, then this night, then one of them shall end up going free instead of one of you. It is as simple as that. What then is to be done? The very same as if we achieve victory. We await our next such opportunity and make the most of it. Tonight, our plan is set in motion. What is this? Bulford's ambitious plot to spark a revolution in the Commonwealth as peacefully as possible. Plan's current probability of success, 18%. Never tell me the odds. We are united in our cause. We shall look as ever towards the stars for guidance and seize upon our future chances just as they arise. So look up, my boy, and set aside your doubts. It is time to take great strides along the path. Yeah, specifically what I would have loved to do is like play that version of Diablo 3 with like HW, Mia, and Chivalry, but the trouble is it's the PlayStation 4 version of the game, which like Mia doesn't have a PlayStation 4 or 5.
Many years have passed since last the Nightwings gained the summit of the sacred mountain and stood upon the fall of Solium. You are to be commended for your guidance, reader, but only if you can prevail in this liberation rite. Here you stand to gain much more than some enlightenment. Your adversaries are none other than the Tempers. I trust they need no introduction. Soon, one among you shall regain their freedom.
Oh, and hello to Mia! The Pyre. So apparently I'm going to need a voice for her because it seems like she might be around some. I don't have one. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Who are you, Sigourney Weaver? Why are you just repeating what she said? Then, anointed one of the Tempers, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. A massive demon swaggers into view. He reaches for his mask. Shit. Hey, yo, you know who I am already, but look at what we got here. The damn Nightwings decided to show up. Almost figured they was never gonna see the light of day again. He takes notice of someone in your ranks. Hey, you! He indicates Jadariel. She scoffs back at him. Hey, lose the mask! Ain't seen one of our own in ages, not in these damned robes. Jadariel's hesitation is almost imperceptible before she moves to remove her mask, just as her adversary asks. Satisfied? Whoa! You must be new! Jadariel puts her mask back on. Enough talk. Ha! I like you, curly horns! Tell you what, once we put out your lights, you come along with us. You come along with these guys. We're gonna have a spot open. Only shame is I ain't gonna be around to show you a good time. I should rather cut out my tongue. Oh, you don't mean that. Our kind, we ought to stick together. Now come on! Ignarius throws his mask back on as his allies snarl at the rest of you. More than Amiya saying to Caroluna, I was... Oh, sorry. Was your head okay after your time in my VR this morning? And Caroluna says, yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's... So, I will submit one thing. So, Mia played a horror-themed, kind of like an escape room game. Like a lot of puzzles to be able to proceed. And Caroluna took a look at it on stream and said, I just can't because of the way that it moves around. I will submit one thing for Caroluna's consideration. I'm not saying go out and get a VR headset. I'm not saying that it's worth the money or that it has the style of games that you enjoy playing. I will only submit that actually being in VR yourself is very different from watching somebody else play. And I bring this up here only that if you, if you're watching Mia's stream, or like Mr. Binky used to stream in VR, or like, McMaster. Jason McMaster has done some streams in VR. It can be very disconcerting to watch as a viewer. For some people, it can trigger motion sickness. But were you the one in VR? It's a completely different metric. So I'm just saying, like, don't be hesitant to try VR if you ever have the opportunity, on the logic that you might get motion sick. It's a whole different thing than watching somebody, is what I'm saying. Oh, okay. Carolune is saying that he'll never go VR due to epilepsy. That's a whole other thing, and I understand. I will say that the flicker rate in VR is very high. Like, I think that the refresh rate on the Oculus Rift is like 190 hertz, and that's specifically to avoid any degree of motion sickness. But if you've consulted with your physician and they're like, nope, no VR, don't do it, don't do it. VR is interesting. It's very neat. It's not worth risking your health. Like, if a job is not worth risking somebody's health, then neither would something that's just like a cool little thing. And Carolune is saying that flicker rate has nothing to do with it. Understood. Yeah. Epilepsy can be triggered by a great many things, and sometimes by just seemingly random happenstance. So be safe. I like people to know what, like, VR is and is not, but I also don't want people to ever feel pressured they've got to try it or anything. It's, like, neat. It's a space that has a lot of room to grow. For people who can try it, I recommend it, but if you're concerned in any way, yeah, give it a pass. Have the Nightwings reached a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct this rite? The Lone Minstrel gets your attention in his subtle way. Reader, this is it. The first companion whom you choose shall be anointed to go free this very night if you prevail. The other two in the triumvirate shall lend their aid. So this is it. This does clarify. One of the three people in the rite goes home. As you may know, only the most enlightened in the rites are eligible to go free. Not all among you may be ready yet, oh no. Now, Nightwings, I would have your decision.
Who most deserves their freedom?
Oh, the first person we choose is the person who gets anointed. Okay, so Pamitha can't go free. Everyone else is eligible because everyone else has reached at least rank 3. Okay, so... Well, that slightly changes what I was going to do. I was going to choose Pamitha because she was the lowest. Well, I guess who's the second lowest then? Yeah, so, I mean, like, if it wasn't going to be Pamitha, it was going to be Sir Gilman, and here's why. I actually really like reading Sir Gilman dialogue. He's very fun. He's very fun to voice, but he doesn't have a unique talisman, so we're not losing anything there. The only other person would be Shay, just because I haven't used Shay very much. But here's the thing: Shay has a whole bunch of like saved up XP. And, like, that would just be lost if she goes home right now. So if we take Sir Gilman, and then we bring in both Hedwyn, and then we're getting 3 people that have like bonus stats for this thing. So I think that's the play. I think we're gonna have Sir Gilman come in.
Sir Gilman.
Sorry, the announcer was very, very nonplussed. Really, Sir Gilman? Has this knight at last regained his honor? Let us... Oh, but he specifically asked not to go home. Well, we already chose. Then the Gate Guardian looks upon you and your adversaries. She watches over Scribe's Gate and seems to be connected to the Lone Minstrel and the Rites. She certainly does seem to be connected to the Lone Minstrel. Carolina says, for some reason not connected to epilepsy, I have not really felt VR is very interesting. There are 10 million other things that I'd get first. Yeah, it's... So, VR, in my opinion, VR is super freaking awesome for games that are, like, piloting based. If you could do VR for American Truck Simulator, which I don't know if you can, Euro Truck Simulator, Farming Simulator, Elite Dangerous, a car racing game, anything where you're sort of sitting in a cockpit, it is hard to describe the sense of presence that you are in this environment and piloting this craft. There's nothing else quite like it. It's also very interesting for third-person platforming games where you are looking down or into an environment, because the 3D nature of it, again, gives it a sense of real physicality, like you are interacting with a diorama that is scrolling and wheeling, and it's very cool for that. The direct first-person games are developing quickly, and I think that there's still a lot of experimentation how to make those work, and that's where you get something like Half-Life Alyx or No Man's Sky or Resident Evil 7. Like, I'd love to see Mia play any one of those 3. Mia's saying it's amazing how expansive the experience is, that's for sure. Yeah, expansive. That's a great word for it. Carolina's saying Derail Valley was originally a VR game, if I understand correctly. That was a cool game, Carolina. I feel like you sort of like reached the end of your... Like, maybe they have more to develop in it, but I thought that was a neat game. Okay. Very well, then. I'm going to try something a little different with her. Then, under the watch of the 8 scribes, here's the stakes of this Eve's liberation rite. Should the Nightwings prevail, the one called Sir Gilman shall be liberated. Should the Tempers prevail, the exile Ignoria shall go free instead. Then she turns to you. Now, who among the Nightwings shall compete in your triumvirate to strive alongside Sir Gilman and see his return to glory?
Who shall strive for him?
Okay, so one of these 3, and I'll tell you what, Ruki has more XP saved up, so let's do Ruki.
Ruki.
Yeah, sure, no pressure, right, sister? And Jodariel, because I really like Jodariel. Choose.
Jodariel.
Carolina agrees that it is a cool game, but I kind of run out of content pretty quickly. Hopefully they'll release more. And Amazing Half-Life Alyx is on the Saturday list. Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be one of the longer VR games. Like, Mia finished her, like, her stream today. I don't remember the name of it. It was like Novarium or something like that. But she finished the whole game today. And that's kind of the thing about VR games. They are right now, it's such a fledgling environment that they're pretty expensive to develop for, just because the tools themselves are in their infancy. But it's interesting to note that the PlayStation VR 2 is on the way. Like, they're showing it off. So Sony is still committed to this as like a growth industry, and they want to like get that out for the PlayStation 5. It's going to be real interesting to see how that fares. Very well. Let us prevail here and see this through.
It is done.
Very well. The 8 scribes accept your choices, reader of the Nightwings. She then indicates to the Lone Minstrel. Now, are you prepared yourself, Tariq? Aye, Celeste. Then let us begin. I don't like the voice that I've chosen for her. Hey, Nightwings. Been waiting an awful long time to get out of this hole. To get to get out of this hole. Try and stop me. That's what his voice is supposed to sound like.
Commence.
Oh boy. Okay. Shit! He jumped over my slash. I do not want to lose this. Shit! Dude, fuck him up. Okay, hold on. Ugh. Whoa! Oh no! Their Pyre's way stronger than mine is! I'll take any points I can get. Okay, we've now brought theirs down to where ours started, which feels real bad. Shit! No! Oh, crap! Don't do it! I am very worried about losing this. Jump! Jump! What was Lucky Break? What the fuck was Lucky Break? Shit! Shit! Fuck! Oh, Christ. No, 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 no! I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose this one. Shit. Okay, okay, then go for it. They have to score like once more, and then I'm fucked. Hey, your blue little campfire over there is starting to look a little thin, ain't it? These chumps, they're rustier than you are. Just don't let on. They know who's number one. Let's keep it that way. Feh, you Nightwings ain't as tough as everybody says, unless you're saving something for me, hey? Come on, show me what you got.
The demon whom you face was once a man, long since tainted by the downside.
Dodge!
Or rather by his crimes. Perhaps his
Why?
absolution is an animal.
Shit!
How very fortunate.
Huh?
Righteous fire!
Shit!
The orb, take it.
Okay, okay, sure, why not?
There.
Just go in, dude! Did he do it? No, he didn't. He got sniped. I'm fucked. That's it.
Someone there rose to the occasion. Their pyre sputters
Oh my god.
Such zeal.
Dodge! Oh my god, be slower though.
Their pyre weakens.
Okay. It's hard to overstate how little I want to lose this.
Spectacular. The flames of freedom.
Okay, okay, I need one more with any character.
More than a lick of flame remains.
Oh shit.
Too bad for that one.
Nope. Oh no. Go, 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 go! Did that it? Yeah! Oh my god! You guys, I so thought that I lost that.
Little room for doubt.
Oh my god.
Thus ends the liberation rite.
Caroluna, thank you for the Jeremy, and I'm sorry for yelling.
The scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free, absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Gah, what a joke. We should have had this. Yeah, you really should have. You should have had this. Got all rusty. You've been waiting so damn long. Damn it. Damn it. Night Wings. Be seeing you around, I guess. And next time, you ain't gonna be so lucky. Sir Gilman stares at nothing in particular. You sense he is still taking in what has transpired and what it means for him. So then, this night, he is to be free? He is to be free? Nay, but that would mean... Why, that would mean his honor is restored. One cannot go back unto our commonwealth by any other means. This knight's exile was self-wrought, his disgrace profound, that he has been atoned under the eye of the Underking and those of all his noble comrades. He begins to grow very emotional, and then... This knight loves you all! He loves you all, that you would strive for him and let him join your noble quest. This knight does not feel as though he is deserving of this outcome, yet the result appears inarguable. Even now, this knight is drawn into the Shimmer Pool. Our time grows brief. A seldom-seen celestial phenomenon linking the downside back to the Commonwealth. Thus, beneath a bloodied moon, the Scalorian waters rise, but for a moment, only to fall again. Therefore, know this, beloved friends. This knight shall ever strive on your behalf, there in the Commonwealth. Through his honor, though his honor may have been restored, his true journey only now begins. And so, good friends of the Nightwings, this knight must now bid you farewell. However, the bonds we form together shan't be broken by mere distance. Nay, strive on, good friends, strive on! You can still hear Sir Gilman as he vanishes into the Shimmer Pool. If this lonely knight could have achieved such glory, surely you all can. For now, farewell, farewell, what a world. May he return in glory.
Godspeed, Sir Gilman.
Hello to Ronan.
The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again.
The decision of who gets anointed is going to get harder and harder and harder and harder with every single one. Like, I don't even want to think. Like, we want to get everybody up. Like, I've been trying to level up everybody quasi-equally. But, like, next up, it's probably going to be Pamitha, if we can arrange it.
Until the turning of the stars, farewell.
That was a super tight one. And again, just so that everybody knows, had I lost, like here are the conditions under which I would reload if I lost because like the controller died or something like that. But you would see that happen. Anything else, like if we had lost that, it'll be just like Disco Elysium. Whatever happens, happens. And if like I feel like the controller might die, then we'll plug it in to make sure that it doesn't, because I want everything, every decision that we make, every victory and every loss to count. After your victory over the Tempers in the Liberation Rite, you return to your wagon and decide how to proceed from here. It's hard to believe Sir Gilman's gone. Well, look on the bright side. It's one less mouth to feed. We'll see Gilman again if we persevere. Our journey's now begun in earnest. We'll just need to make a few last preparations while we're here. What about the stars? Can we afford the time? About that, reader, go see for yourself. The night sky over Mount Elodiel is much darker than you would have expected. Your thoughts are with Sir Gilman as you look towards the heavens. You gaze into the darkness of night. I don't know where we are. I don't know where we are. Don't know where I'm going. Fuck me. Fuck me. You search and search the sky, but in vain. No stars are shining now. The stars revealed nothing, did they not? You confirm his suspicions. It's as the book foretells. This is the chance we need to make ready for what lies ahead. There's a haven south of here we'll travel to at dawn. And when the stars decide to shine for us again, we'll be ready. Mark my words. So do we get like a time jump or something? Continue your journey. So, wait, let me just look to see if anything happened in the book. Have we unlocked chapter 2? No, not yet. Mia's saying that she needed that smile. If anybody doesn't know, that was a reference to a Mia clip, Mia's dance party. If you check out twitch.tv/morethanamia, go to her clips. It's actually one of like her top clips if you sort by all-time views. And for like all time, because it defaults to like the last 7 days. Mia did a dance party in Homeland? What the hell was the name of that game, Mia? I don't remember the name of the game, but Mia threw a dance party for her and her character, and she made up some lyrics which were very fun. Sorry, now I'm thinking about the clip. Okay, continue your journey. Good morning, my girl. The place I noted earlier, let me illuminate the way. It's in Moonlight Alcove. So, actually, I feel like the end of that chapter is a good place to stop. So, like, that was a pretty, like, climactic thing and a very tense fight. Like, just in case it wasn't apparent from my utterances, I'm just going to say again, it is amazing how little I want to lose. Here's the thing that video game developers, it took them a really, really long time to understand. You don't have to give me limited lives in order for me to not want to die. You don't have to take away my progress. You don't have to take away experience points. I don't want to lose. I'm not, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a sore loser. Like, look at Disco Elysium. Look at how we're going to play this game. If I lose, if I fail, I fail. Like that's just the one. And Mia, thank you for pulling up the clip. Yes, it's right there. If bad things happen, bad things happen. The only thing that gets under my skin is technical problems. We've gone on raids in Assassin's Creed Valhalla where it's like a permadeath scenario where I just suddenly get got. Like everything's going fine and I just get speared through the sternum and I'm dead and I lose all that progress. It's like, oh man, but like you just roll with it. But like just not wanting to die, just not wanting to fail, that is motivation enough. So like I love the idea that this story is going to continue on, pass or fail. But this is me just saying to game developers, like, you never needed to, like, put limited lives, for me at least, into, like, a Super Mario game or something like that. Because, like, I just don't like dying. I don't like failing. I want to do it better. I don't like taking damage in Batman, much less getting killed in Batman. Batman, Spider-Man, an action game like... Darksiders 3, like the failure is punishment enough, and that came to a head here because I was just, I don't want to lose, and we pulled it out, and hooray. But yeah, that was a very, very exciting match to go out on. So what we're going to do now is when we return for episode 4 of Pyre, I assume that will be like Act 2, and we will rejoin the rest of the squad minus Sir Gilman. I wonder if we lost his talisman, and I bet that we did too. I bet we lost that talisman. But yeah, we'll reunite with them and we'll jump into Act 2 of the story and see what comes up there. With that, we're going to go find somebody fun to raid. Thank you to Kara, Luna, Patikin, and Samalander for very fun... Oh, and Mia. What am I saying? And Mia as well for very, very fun streams earlier. Yeah, Mia, what was the name of the game that you played earlier? Because it was... I don't want to, like, give too much away about it, but it was, like I described... a sequence of like horror themed, like, I don't feel like escape room is the right description for it, but it was certainly the need to solve certain puzzles. Like at one point she was looking for assistance with like, what do I do with this fuse? Like I see what I'm trying to accomplish, but I don't understand mechanically how to do it or how I'm supposed to like do the next thing. Nevrosa Escape. So I was just looking at the placement of the R. Nevrosa Escape was it. And she like got stuck. So like me and Moo were looking for like any sort of like guides just to like nudge in the right direction, like a yes no question, and there exists no written guides. And because it's VR, like I found like another playthrough on YouTube, but it's just very difficult to parse what's happening in someone else's playthrough that you can communicate back to someone who's currently playing it, because VR is very 3D. It's forward, backward, up, down, over there, over here, you know, grab this device and stick it in crossways. It's like trying to talk somebody through solving a Rubik's Cube. So it's really difficult. But like Moo, I was taking a look around and just like not able to find it. Anyway, let's go ahead and we are going to find... Hey, if we exit campaign, does this take us back to the main screen? Yeah, no, all our progress is saved. Maybe we'll get some music because I have to step away from the mic to find somebody fun to raid. But we're going to go see who else is available, and then we will meet you up again possibly tomorrow, but certainly on Monday for another fun stream. Until next time, you guys, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.